Good morning. I hope you are excited for today's live stream. Good morning. I'm just going to make sure that I can see everything correctly up here. I hope you are excited for today's live stream. Good morning. I'm just going to make sure that I can see everything correctly up here. I hope you are excited for today's live stream. Good morning. I'm just going to make sure that I can see everything correctly up here. I hope you are excited for today's live stream. Good morning. I'm just going to make sure that I can see everything correctly up here. I hope you are excited for today's live stream. Good morning. I'm just going to. So today we're going to be make sure that I can based see on the prompt everything correctly up here. Layout a day challenge. I hope you are excited for today's live stream. Good morning. I'm just going to. So today we're going to be make sure that I can based see on the everything correctly. G'day, I'm Melissa Shannon, founder of digitalscrapbookinghq.com, and welcome to today's live stream. Today is it's the 16th of February for me, but I'm going to be working on the day 15 prompt. Which comes from the Scrap Happy Challenge. So today's prompt is Battleship, and it says scrapbook. Scrapbook about guessing or searching for. Scrapbook prompt. Scrapbook about searching or guessing in the dark about something, just like when you play Battleship. And the technique prompt is inspired by the game pieces use red, white, and grey. So for layout a day, we have 24 hours to answer the challenge, and I'm going to be working on my Christmas album, as I do most Februaries for Layout Day. And I'll share my page with you shortly. I'll share my screen with you shortly. Just going to Alright, I'm just going to get everything set up on this end. Do my screen sharing. So for this one, I'm just opening up Photoshop Elements. Just ignore that. And a couple of things I wanted to mention. One is that I'm working in the advanced mode. And we have the custom workspace, which, there we go. For some reason that menu wasn't wanting to pop up for me. So if your screen doesn't quite look the same as me, that's probably why you want to click on more and then choose the custom workspace. And I'm going to work on a page. So guessing in the dark. Oops, not that one. Made me think I've got this page to do, and it is literally February. And did I do any journaling about this? No. At the time. So I'm going to look through my photos to get some inspiration for this. So usually, as you well know, I would use Photoshop Elements, Organizer to look through my photos, but alas, I'm having a bit of an issue with my computer, where I've upgraded my computer and changed my drive. Forgot to unplug the old hard drive, and so Photoshop Elements reconnected all the files to the wrong hard drive. So I'm just fixing that, just to let you know. What is this? Certainly interesting once your children start sharing their phones. Made a cute one. So I'm just going to go through here. Oh, this is 2022, start 2023. I'm just going to go through quickly and make them extra large. So this is interesting. This is a photo of my teacup, which I've had for many years, but it's a mug, isn't it? but I barely used it. And this year I had a I had a little advent calendar myself with tea, so I feel like that is good. Got lots of favourite Christmas drink. So usually before I do a page like this, I would usually write all the journaling. So this is probably not going to be the most thrilling live stream for you, but it's real. Can I use red, blue and grey? That's another question. Not sure. So I'm just using my keyboard arrow keys to move these text boxes around. You know what? I'm going to go to the 25th. Don't you think this is cute? Matthew wanted to get a selfie on Christmas Day. And as you can see, this is why I use organizer, because it's so much easier to just look through photos. There we go. I think we might wish for board games. think maybe favourite Christmas drink can be tea. So this is the thing. This is a family album, but it's definitely kind of more me. So a lot of these things will just be me personally, which is okay. Favourite Christmas treat. Tasty looking pies. Now, I'm just going to leave this one because this is kind of a family in joke, is that fruit mince pies, Emily called them a tasty looking pie when she was little, so. What's the best thing for me? Honestly, this, people I love in this case might be the music team for carols. No, of course I love spending time with my family and friends, and maybe, I don't know about that. Whether I want to say graduation, not sure. Anyway, as I said on my other live streams, this is layout a day, so I cannot be too fussy. Love digital scrapbooking because I can always come back and change. I will save this. Is that everything? Now I'm just going to use my Now let's head over to Organizer. And I've got my 2023 album, and this has got all of the pages from both my Christmas album and the Summer Faves album, because, isn't that gorgeous? Except I'll have to change this to thongs, popsicles, icy poles, I guess I would call them. Also, I wonder what the Aussie equivalent of lemonade is, because we don't really make our own lemonade much. My grandparents used to, and my dad actually used to make ginger beer a bit. But all right, let's see what. Now, we're probably only going to be able to find red, aren't we? Because we do not have many colours in this kit. Now, I could branch out into another kit, couldn't I? But at this point, I'll just drag these over. At this point, why did that not work? Okay, let's drag these into Interesting. Not to worry. Let's right click and click edit with Photoshop Elements Editor. Interesting. Let's just make sure we've reconnected all of these missing files. And it's so interesting, in these live streams, I always find all of the little bugs that I've never dealt with before. Just wait for Organizer to there we go. Yep, here we go. Now it's all caught up. Something was going on there. Who knows? Yeah, like I was saying, every time I do a live stream, I'm like, oh, here's a new bug I've never seen before. Should we do the polka dots? Or shall we do or shall we do the blank? Now, as I was scrapbooking last time, we worked out something that I'm just going through and holding down Control, and then I'm going to group all of those ornaments, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm Control clicking on each of these blue-green ornaments. I'm going to group them. Oops, put that one in the group as well. Move the group to below all of the borders, because otherwise it won't really work too well. Then I can drag this one on. Drag this up to here, and then I'm going to Control Alt G to group it layer below. So let's take a break here. So at this point, I'm just kind of working out what am I going to do with this page. Just looking for some inspiration on this one. Sure about this. It's looking too plain with just the plain ornaments, but let's carry on. And maybe I'll do the red polka dot here. And what paper shall I use for I've used this do you think that's too busy? That is the question. Look at all these paper blocks as well. Could I group these into the light grey and dark grey, holding down Shift to select those layers, Control G to create a group. Could I switch it up? Oops. And have the paper be like this. Just add a layer style to that group. And do we like it? Not sure. Again, I'm just adding shadows with my one little bird shadow styled. Looks like the greens are above the orange, the reds, which they absolutely are. That is how the layers are set up. Can we move these? Does it look better with the reds on top? No, I think I like the other way better. Now what we do need to do is work out what we're going to do with these ornaments. Now my issue is these ornaments have got very thin writing on them. So I feel like if I get this one, is that going to be too much? How big is this? Okay. Can I just embellish them? Okay, here's an idea, guys. What do you think of this? Do I just add embellishments and then keep them with a plain paper? Let us have a look. Let's give it a go. So let's pull on this green. Oh dear, it doesn't want to stay out of the group. There we go. Group 1. There we go. So I think now we've got it red and green. That's definitely too much red and green. Do we even want those backgrounds? Probably don't want it on that background. I think I almost just want another paper behind here that's just the size of them. So what if I just did this? Okay, and then I got, like, what about this one? Now this is not my fastest layout a day for sure. This is cute. Do I like that for there or for here? So now I'm just going to decorate with a few bits and bobs. This is the, if I was not doing this as layout today, I might actually change this and make each one label, like have a label like this. No pixels were selected, that's odd. Anyway, I won't be doing that. Right now, because that will take way too much time and I've already spent ages on this. Why am I getting that error? Not really sure. Again, we're just going to add the paper style to basically everything. Are you like me where you usually scrapbook pretty simple and then as soon as you start adding embellishments, you're like, oh, this is so over the top. And actually it's way less over the top than, you know, most pages. I don't know. Okay, that's right. I had a selection. So I just worked out what the error was in case you come across it. I had a little tiny selection made, and so that's what the errors were about. So I just pressed Control D to deselect, and that got rid of the selection and means that I probably won't have any other errors popping up. Now tell me, is this too busy or am I just used to scrapping simply? You let me know. Okay, I've got to put that red one over there. Put this. I'm going to use my arrow keys to move them. Now, if you apply a style, you will need to go out and reselect the move tool, because otherwise, if you try to then nudge it with your arrow keys, you'll just be, you know, moving around in this box. So if that happens to you, all you need to do is select a different tool and then go back to the move tool. I just need one more little embellishment. Let's add this little pine. Is that okay? Or maybe a Santa face. I like how these, almost all of them have a papery feel with like a little white border. Not all of them. So I'm going to add, I think I'm going to add a white border to this one. So what I can do is go to layer, style settings, and then I'm going to add a stroke. I'm going to make it white. And I'm going to increase the size until it looks. Now, you'll notice you can't see my shadow anymore. That's because it's behind the stroke. So we can change this to an center or an inside stroke. And now it's got the shadow back, but that's no good. So what I can do is I can actually flatten this layer, simplify the layer, and now if I add a shadow, oh no, interesting, that hasn't actually applied the layer style. Interesting. So how do I usually get around this? Well, here's one way. I'll just drag it on again and then put it underneath and then add the shadow style to that one. And then I'll group those two. So if you didn't quite follow that, what I did was I got the original size of this, which I had resized down, and I put the new one with a stroke on top of it. And then I added the shadow to that one. So now it's going to match in a little more with the rest of the board. I'm just going to add a shadow to that one, and I think that's it. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save it as a JPEG. So this is for uploading, but also for printing. I do like how this one has its eyes closed. It's kind of cute. And that's it for my layout a day page. I'm going to be interested to see what I think of this in a few weeks when I have finished the rest of the album and look at it with all of those. If you want to see what I've done so far, I haven't scrapped every day as a page from this album. I'm just going through what I'm inspired to scrapbook. So these are the pages I've made so far. Some of them, they're not actually in order here yet. Like this Nutcracker page went with the other Nutcracker. But you know, we'll fix this up later. Oh, thanks, Kim. I'm glad you've been able to pop in. And then what was this one? I feel like this one doesn't really match in, but we'll see. Once we get to the end of the album, I might go back and change some different, like change some pages around, or I think it'll be fine. We'll see. So that's my layout of the day for today. I'm going to now upload it to the circle community and leave some love on some layouts. I hope this has been interesting to you. No photos in this layout today. Just a bit of journaling and documenting, trying to kind of remember, using the photos to help me remember what my favourite things are about this Christmas. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to learn more about digital scrapbooking or Photoshop elements, head to digitalscrapbookinghq.com.